Alright, welcome people. It's the second episode of Status Value. With my special guest,
TYSHAWN Taylor,
aka
TY, Slam Dunk Ty, different names, depending on when you know me, how you know me.
word, that's a Benji. Alright, so we're gonna get right into it, you know what I mean? So, first, we're gonna talk about, we know you from Hoboken originally, but you had moved away at a young age to Florida.
Yeah.
So we could start there and just talk about, your growth in Florida. Cause when you was here, we remember you was like our height. You know what I mean? When you came back, you was like a motherfucking tree stomped us. We like, the fuck this nigga.
Yeah. But when I left, we was kids, man. We was babies. I was like 8, 9 years old when I left, so like 3rd grade.
Yeah.
We were just talking about this the other day with Dub. We was in the same class, me, him, and Albert. Albert sent me a picture when we was like Head Start.
Word.
But we was babies, man. So I left. I left. One of my mother's older sister moved to Florida when I was even younger, and we went down there a couple of times for like spring break. And one time my mom went down there and was just like, "I'm ready to move here.
So, I don't want to leave."
Yeah, and so it kind of happened like that. And so I remember going there, not really liking it, like missing home, missing being able to just link with my cousins, walk to school. Florida big, need a car to go everywhere. We taking a bus to school now. It ain't like community ain't as tight, right? So I really missed it at first, and then that's when the basketball picked up, right? So me just missing home, not really knowing nobody, I would just take the ball and go to the court. There was a middle school next to my crib. Take the ball, go to the court. It was a lady coach out there always like coaching her team, and I'd just be on the side shooting. She'd watch me every day, till one day she came up to me and was like, "Where you live? I'm from here. Who your mother?" Like, asking me questions and whatnot. So I took her to the crib. We went to the crib. She talked to my mom and was like, "I would love for him to train with us. I see him out there every day." And she pulled me in, and I started training. I was like 8 at the time, and this team was like 9 and 10-year-olds. And when she threw me in, it was just like, I fit right in. It wasn't like, you couldn't really see the age gap. And so she kind of like kept me training with her. And then to move forward a little bit, I was in school, obviously 3rd, 4th grade, not playing on no basketball teams or nothing like that. So all we was doing was just outside playing. In Florida, everybody was playing football. They playing tackle football, concrete. And it's crazy.
Yeah,
son.
word.
They was wilding, right? Like no football, shoes on, like fast, you feel me? Like everybody was playing football. I wasn't into it. It was always hot outside. I wasn't into getting dirty. I wasn't into getting my head knocked off. I wasn't into that. And them niggas was going hard.
Yeah.
So I just kept with the basketball, and I had a couple older dudes who played and would always take me to the park with them. Fast forward, I signed up for like Big Brother Big Sister program, which I'm actually a part of right now myself. I signed up through the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
And I met a guy who signed me up for my very first basketball league with the YMCA.
That's important too, the Boys and Girls Club. I feel like they need to bring that back in our area too. It's kind of like
they got it. They just got to pump more resources into it for whatever reason. And this is why I love where I'm transitioning into, which we'll get to. But for whatever reason, we forgetting about the youth, bro.
Word. Like,
they easily influence, and the influences that's pushed to them is like, I ain't gonna say negative because it's positives in every negative, but like, if we talking big picture shit, like the shit that is pushed to them is not positive shit for the most part. You feel me? And so they can easily attach to the wrong stuff.
To negativity.
Yeah.
Especially because when it's so like
the negative shit sells. Yeah, it's like the negative shit is what's pushed.
Yeah.
You feel me? And so this easy, and them not knowing much, or their minds not being fully
developed.
You feel me? Able to process all of the information that they getting. They just like, oh, I like that, or that's cool, or my homie like that. And so now it's like more following than leading, because like, why would I? But we're gonna get to that part of it, because like I said, I'm excited about that part of the transition for me. But yeah, I got signed up through my big brother, signed me up through the YMCA. Played in my first basketball league. I was 8 years old. Played with the 8 and 9-year-olds. was getting frustrated, flipping over chairs because I was good and passed the ball to my teammate. He missed it.
Yeah.
My coach didn't like that, so he moved me out. He's like, you want to frustrated with everybody else? Go play with the older kids and see how you like it. Put me with like the 10 to 13, killing it. I killed it, and that's when a lady who like grabbed me up at first was like, oh, I want you to play on my travel team. I know they 10 and 13s too, but you could play. And she put me in. That was like that's how it started. And now she had me kind of like locked in. Now I'm like, I got homies now. I got friends now. You feel me? Like these are the homies that I still I kick with now. Mills just asked me about one of them. He was one of my first friends. And I still talk to him to this day. Just talked to him last week, his birthday, like 4 or 5 days after mine. And we locked in like that, all based off of basketball. And so it was it for me. Like once that happened, it was it. And then I just start playing in all the leagues around the city. You know, names start, you know, as I start getting older through middle school, names start going up. Yeah, so that's kind of how it started for me. Like the love of it started like always just playing basketball, liking it. But when I really started to play is when I moved to Florida, because that's when I played my first league. That's when I was doing it like every day with nothing else to do. I ain't have structure. You feel me? I ain't have homies to just chill with or hang out with. I was just hooping until I start hooping. That's when the homies came.
Yeah. Shout out to her though, that woman that you talking about.
Stephanie Crawford, for always. I call her my godmother, bro, because I ended up spending real time with her based off of a basketball like relationship. Like ended up like spending real time with her. Like so yeah, definitely shout out to her, Stephanie Crawford. Still to this day, she's still in Florida right now, training and teaching the youth as well. So yeah.
So I remember you coming back. So now I mean Florida. You starting to fit in Florida. You on the court. You found your love for basketball. So now you in it now.
Yeah.
Like take us to the process of like you linking with Hurley and getting to St. Anthony's.
It's a crazy story, bro. I really want to write a book on this shit at some point. Or have somebody like sit down and listen to my story and see if it's book worthy, which I think it is. You feel me? But obviously, you got to go through steps for that. But so to answer your question. So I started to play basketball in Florida, started to get really good. But like I said, it's a football state. So when we talk about, like, I go through middle school, killing it, breaking all type of records in my middle school, assist record, we 15-0.
Yeah.
My travel team good, traveling all over Florida, Orlando, Tallahassee, Jacksonville, we tearing it up. So my name really starting to buzz in Florida for my age, 8th grade, 9th grade. I'm one of the best in the state. Right. I always came back. Mills probably know this a little bit better than you, because I would be playing basketball. I would go to the Boys and Girls Club. So when I would come back for spring break, sometime Christmas. I would always come back. And for whatever reason, Parrish was about to go to St. Anthony's.
Yeah, I do remember
for whatever
that.
reason. And Parrish is a year younger than me, so this would have been his 8th grade year going into his 9th grade year, my 9th grade year going into my 10th grade year.
Yeah, shout out because he was doing his thing in elementary school too,
yeah,
playing ball.
So I don't know if it was for basketball or for just sports, being in the Catholic school, whatever. But he was training with them in the summertime, spring break and shit. He was like playing pickup with them.
Yeah.
And bro brought me, and not only bro, I went to the Boys and Girls Club, and Mike Mincy brought him. So that's how I linked Mike, coming back and forth, going to the Boys and Girls Club. I'm sure Heck was in some of them runs. But Mike was like, yeah, let's go. I'll take Parrish and some of the kids up there. They play pickup on Tuesday, Thursdays. I'm like, all right, but I'll leave like Saturday. I'll go. And went up there. This is when I first see Mike, first see Trey, first see Gio, first see Cheeks, like 7th grade. First see all of them.
Word.
Now, I'm in Florida. I'm getting buzz in Florida, but I'm not getting no type of like, we're not even talking, I'm not even thinking college at this point. I'm only 8th, 9th grade going to sophomore year. But I sit around these niggas for 5 minutes and everybody talking about what school they talking to or what school like them. I just played with them for 2 hours. I'm not saying that I'm better than any one of them, but I know I wasn't not as good.
Yeah,
right?
I wasn't on their level.
And I'm just like, what the hell? Right? Like Mike talking about Rutgers this, Florida that, Cheeks 7th, 8th grade, showing me 3 letters he got today. I'm like, what the hell? I know it ain't me. Maybe it's just that football shit. I know football homies that's getting recruited right now, sophomores and freshmen. Maybe it's just this area I'm in. So I start, talking to Mike. Mike, what would I have to do to go there? Mike start well, you have to probably help somebody help you pay. Maybe you get a scholarship, talk to Coach Hurley. So we go back on Thursday. I play again, talk to Coach Hurley. I'm like, he like, you live here? Matter of fact, Coach Hurley pulled me to the side and asked me, I seen you Tuesday, I seen you today, do you live here? I'm like, nah, I actually live in Florida, but I would love to live here, to play here. Like, I just talked to the guys and, you know, I would love to be a part of this. And he kind of was like, well, you live in Florida. Like, you live in Florida. Like, how's that supposed to happen? And I'm like, I don't know, right? I had no idea. This is spring break. No idea. So now I go back to Florida, and I'm convinced it's over for me. I'm going to St. Anthony's. In my mind, it's over.
Yeah, you already
I start
there mentally.
writing shit down, plotting, calling Mike every day. Mike, I'm going to tell my mom I'm going to move with you. Mike like, wait, what? Like, wait, hold on, you can't do that, right? Like, hold on, I only got my shit all the way together. Like, I love working with the kids and shit, but I can't just be taking kids in. Like, like, hold on. And one of my aunts, who had just moved back from Florida, actually, y'all met my aunt Ophelia.
Yeah,
She got an older daughter, my cousin Jasmine. Mills know her. Jasmine older than me, so Jasmine probably 39, probably 40 now. So she older. So I'm 14, 15 at the time. Jasmine probably 22, 23, 24, some shit like that. But she's still living home, working in between jobs, whatever, figuring her life out, whatever. So it's her, my aunt, and my uncle. They just kind of moved back to New Jersey, getting situated. And I called her, and I was like, yo, I swear to God, I'll buy you a house. I'll get you whatever you want. But you got to trust me and just listen to me. This is a great opportunity for me. I know I'm good. Like, I'm trying to convince my aunt, like, you got to tell my mom. Because I go in my mom's room, Mom, I want to go to St. Anthony's. She's like, what the hell is that? Like, high school in New Jersey. How the hell you going to do that? Like, y'all know my mom.
Yeah, word.
How the hell you going to do that? Like, and she a big fan. Like, at this point, I done convinced her, because at first, she had to have people come to the house and tell her, like, yeah, your son good. You ever go and watch this nigga play? Like,
word.
She had to be convinced.
Word.
And when she got convinced, they like showed up a couple times, biggest fan.
It's over, yeah. Shout out to
Used
her.
to get shirts with my face on it, team name, same color hairdos with the team.
Kansas mom for real.
Traveling everywhere.
Yeah,
Then drove to Iowa, Missouri, all through Kansas, all through the Midwest, and drove in the wheel, followed behind the bus type time. Like, meeting us there before the plane get there.
Nah,
like,
she definitely
turned into my number one, you know?
So fell off.
So she was on some like, as a parent, probably it'd probably be easier with one kid less, right? So yeah, if she with it, like, hell yeah. And if it's gonna help you, I'm with it, right? I don't really understand what you trying to tell me, but if you think this Hurley nigga and this Mike nigga can help you, I'm with it, right?
Word.
All for it. It's not gonna cost me that much, blah blah blah. I'm with it. So my aunt was the one that really had to get on board. She got on board. She let me come live with her for that year. And that was that, bro. I met Hurley. The big brother that I met that signed me up for my first league, I still was in contact with him. He helped me, like, the transition, helped me pay for shit. I had to pay that first year going to school. I got a scholarship my next 2 years. But my sophomore year, I had to pay to go there. So I had to convince my mom that, my aunt that. You feel me? They wasn't trying to do that. But the dude, the big brother, was like, I got him. Like, I know who Hurley is. I did my homework. This is for him. He needs this.
Yeah.
And boom, that's how that happened.
So basically, what you're saying is your support system was so strong that it helped you really grow from just playing basketball outside just because you wanted something to do to you really pursuing a career in your dream. Yeah. So yeah, that's support system
huge. That's huge.
Definitely a major key.
That's huge, and I say that. It wasn't a support system. Wasn't just like my mom. Like, it was. I'm talking about my aunt. I'm talking about this dude, big brother dude. I'm talking about. This is a middle-aged white dude. He don't know me, right? He giving back to his community in a way by being a big brother. He's helping the kid who less fortunate. He would come pick me up, take me to the movies. You feel me? Shit like that. When I just moved there.
You new to the town.
Antisocial. Wasn't talking. Only thing I'm doing is playing basketball. Yeah. So when he signed me up for that, he would get me out. Took me tennis. I done played tennis, all type of shit with this dude. You feel me? Like,
that's what's up.
So yeah, the support system was huge. You talk about Lady Stephanie Crawford, another one. Like, the support system was definitely there, bro. They all needed a little bit convincing of my own, though. Like, I had to see it myself first, right? And had to know this is what I want to do. I don't want to do nothing else. I'm not trying to play football. I don't want to play baseball. I wasn't the most, like, attention-paying motherfucker in school.
Yeah.
I wasn't a bad student, but I just, like,
Your attention span
feel me?
wasn't there for
If
it.
it wasn't catching
That's
my
how
interest
it
all the
is.
way, I wasn't there. Like, I could lock in on certain things, but if it wasn't catching my interest longer than a certain amount of time, I was over it. You feel me? And so, yeah, it took a lot of support, and it also took a lot of me knowing, like, I'm focusing completely on this, bro. And I know you're going to get into that, but yeah, that was my, once I felt good about myself, and then I started to see other niggas who I thought was good, or in my mind was good, or to other people was good, and I would, like, play with them. Like, oh, yeah, I'm ready. And I was in Florida, too, because it was, like, a good little circle of kids that I played with before I moved back to New Jersey in Florida, who I would compete against, and they ended up going to college. And when I moved back here, I would be reading magazines that with myself in it and be seeing dudes from back in Florida, like, oh shit, that's I play AAU with bro, or like, damn, dude's still doing his numbers. Crazy. You feel me? So I always was in a competitive basketball like environment, and I always excelled. You feel me? And so this is when it starts for me to click. Like, bro, you're not just a regular basketball player. You are like,
you could definitely make
you
it.
Are.
If you
obviously,
focused.
People will be telling me like, yo, you good. Like, I would be hearing it, you know. But yeah, I had a great support system, bro, for sure.
Yeah, cause I remember you coming back, you know what I mean, and then you were saying you was going to St. Anthony's, and we was like, oh, it's on. Like,
yeah,
that's
and y'all knew what that meant more than me, because I was only
like,
coming for.
On.
You feel me, motherfuckers? I had to really like lock into the history behind St. Anthony's and Coach Hurley. I didn't know his history when I met him and he came up to me. I knew he was a good coach, and I knew everybody in that gym. Bro, niggas standing around the gym, parents, coaches. I'm like, I never been in no basketball shit like that in Florida. And I've been in some, like I said, competitive environments, but like that, never, bro. Where you lose a game, you might not get on the court, and if you get on the court, you playing against somebody who just came back from college, about to go to college, and we talking colleges, we talking blue bloods. Word. You feel me? So I'm like, damn, this shit is every day. I need this.
Every day.
You feel me? I need this, because iron sharpen iron. Even if I ain't the best player in here, playing against Mike every day, Trey every day, and then before that, Dave Bullock. Like, bro, it was some, bro. Like I said, the college kids coming back like I would do when I was in college, and we would come back for the summertime and go to the gym and play pickup. I'm running into Donald Copeland and Elijah Ingram and niggas that, Derek Mercer, you know, DC, like, you know, like, we playing against Ahmad Nivens and niggas that played high-level basketball. They coming back busting our ass.
Word.
You know what we do? We turn around and bust everybody else.
That's a biggie. Word.
Everybody else ass.
Word. Yeah. So shout out to Hurley too, because I remember in high school it's like now it's a different level of like dedication and focus you gotta have now. Now I mean elementary school it ain't too much stuff to really take your focus off basketball, but then once you get into high school, it's like everything. It's kind of like now you like in a league for real, because now it's like, you know, you got the women and the girls. You got, you know what I mean, you got your friends. And I mean, you coming from where we from in Jersey, we didn't really have too much. Like we had like shout out to Ed. We had Ed who was like the star to us.
He my favorite player, bro. He like my favorite player ever, bro.
Word. And that
I tell niggas that now. Like, we always talk about this. There's a couple of us in a group message on Instagram, and we was just talking basketball before, naming niggas who we thought was the GOAT from Hoboken. And he was going out the list, and obviously everybody say me because I made it, but I put Ed because I played against Ed at his prime.
Word. And
I know what Ed would do to me at that time. You feel me? So it's like, how can I say I'm better than him when he bust my ass a million times?
Word.
You feel me? But
shout out to Ed because but like when you came back, that's who it was for us. We like, yo, Ed
got it.
Now I mean, Ed got it. Ed Sleep,
Sal, Reek Miller was good. Yeah, I ain't really get to see Reek Miller play, but I played with him when he was out of high school, and he still was nice. And then I would ask, and motherfucker would tell me Mills always stamped it. Reek was one of them ones.
Nah, Reek was one of them ones.
I played against Spence had the ratchet. I played against Mills. Mills had some shit.
We had a nice little, call people
For sure.
that was basketball heads that we knew, like, you know what I mean? You playing with them, they gonna get you better. You know what I mean? They
And they
gonna
was
get
all
you
older
better,
than me.
and they was
Everybody
all
I
older
just
than that.
named was older than
Yeah,
me.
but for word, bro. Shout out to them, cause they'll grab a youngin' up and be like, yo, what's up, man? Come to the park with us. Especially
Word.
if they see you dedicated and you got some skills, they gonna definitely grab you up and bring you to the park and
Clyde,
make you play.
man, I seen Clyde do a between the legs dunk in Timberland boots and his jeans rolled up.
Yeah, Clyde was another one. Yeah, Clyde.
Never to this day, bro. It took that nigga Cole Anthony to do that shit 20 times in the dunk contest. I seen Clyde do that shit off a fifth of hand with his jeans rolled up and some Timbs, bro.
Word,
between the
yeah.
legs, bro.
Shout out to the town, because we definitely had some ballers. We definitely had some ballers, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, never in my life,
They
bro.
legends to us, you know what I mean?
Word, for
they
sure.
definitely legends to us, but just that dedication that you had, you know what I mean? Because I know it was hard, and you kept it. Like, that's what had me surprised out of everything. Like, yo, he like determined to make it.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Of course, Hurley was there and he was on y'all too, but know what I mean, at the end of the day, you had to pull up to the gym.
Yeah,
Know what I mean,
for
he
sure.
gonna only do so much.
For sure. He did a lot, bro. He held us accountable, bro. So all of the shit that y'all seen off the court when he wasn't around, I knew I would have to face him if some shit got bad, right? He was the and I never had that before, you know?
Yeah.
My dad not around, me moving to Florida, you know, it was just like kind of coaches. My first coach was a female.
Yeah.
No, not against females, but that's just all. I got 5 aunts. I got 20 female cousins all older than me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's only one male cousin older than me. And when I was in Jersey, he was in Florida. When I was in Florida, he was doing his own thing, you know? So I got a lot of females in my life. Never had that strong male role model until the big brother came in. But again, 50-year-old white male. Nothing against him, but he don't know where I'm coming from. Same with Hurley, 50 middle-aged white dude. But again, it's some structure. They holding me to something, right? I know they gonna be disappointed if I don't do certain shit, if my grades not right, if I come in late, miss curfew, if my mom calling coach and be like, look, I'm about to punish him, he can't play, come to this tournament. Now my coach on me like, why are you doing this in the crib? Why you not doing this? Now I gotta actually answer for shit. You know what I'm saying? And so when I would be hanging with y'all, we was knuckleheads, bro. We did a lot of dumb shit. We was knuckleheads, bro.
A lot of dumb shit.
A lot of dumb shit. And it was
I gotta apologize for a lot of that dumb shit.
We was knuckleheads.
But
bro.
we was keeping you away from a lot of shit too.
But this is my point.
Yeah,
this is my point. We was knuckleheads, bro. But anytime it got to a point where y'all really thought it was gonna get to a point where any of us could get really jammed up, whatever decision that y'all was gonna make, y'all wasn't allowing me to make that decision. And anytime I felt like I got jammed up, y'all was right there.
Word.
You feel me? Like anytime y'all know, bro, niggas trying to take my chain, running home. I had to call y'all. My aunt got slamming out, waiting for me at the door. You feel me?
Good.
Like it was a lot of situations that could have. And I say this anytime I'm in these type of settings and I'm doing interviews and I'm speaking about my life, bro. I'm lucky, I'm blessed. But a lot of luck, bro, because we was in some shit that could have got us, and not crazy shit, you feel me? But just knucklehead kid shit.
That could have turned into something.
You feel me? That could have got real.
Yeah, so we gonna stay on St. Anthony's, you know what I mean, and speak on like just your guys and your teammates, but your bros. Cause I'm gonna call them your bros, cause I mean they definitely the bros. How they helped you bring you along as well in that environment with them.
Yeah, when I first came through and I started playing with them and they knew for sure that I was coming to the school, all the guys my age, Trey, Mike, Gio, a couple other cats, Alberto, there was like 2 or 3 other cats that kind of embraced me and we was doing everything together, summer stuff, playing AAU together. So that they really, really embraced me, but it was like we talking about now, like just a culture of basketball. We all had the same exact goal. None of us played no other sports. None of us didn't give a fuck about nothing else except going to college for basketball. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I wouldn't have like work, because it would have been like Ed. Ed felt that way a little bit too. Like he gave a fuck so much about basketball, but other niggas around him didn't care as much.
Ed used to play all sports too, though,
yeah,
for a while.
Yeah, Ed was nice. Ed was nice, but when he locked in on basketball, that's really what he wanted to do.
He definitely was focused on
basketball. He was so good that it was like frustrating when you're not fucking with niggas or when niggas ain't on the same type time you want when it comes to getting better. And them niggas was, bro. Like, we all had the same goal. We pushed each other every single day, bro. Me and Mike went at it every day, damn near fighting every day. Gio and Trey the same thing almost every day, bro, because we had to push each other. Sometimes that shit was like, nigga, you my man, or you, like, you really competing with me on another level right now type shit. But it got me better, bro. And I really fuck with them niggas, like, so much for that, bro, because it wasn't like, it was competition, but it was competition because I want to see you get better. It wasn't competition because I don't
want you here.
Yeah, because I'm scared that you are competition. Like, nah, it wasn't none of that. Mike looked at me and was like, he coming here? And, like, really got on his shit. Trey looked at me and was like, you coming here? And really got on his shit. And vice versa. I'm like, I'm coming to the school. All y'all niggas, I got to be on my shit. I can't be doing what I was doing in Florida. Like practicing when I want, going to the, you know what I mean? Like taking days off because I want to chill.
No days
off.
off.
It wasn't none of that. Every time y'all see me, I was coming from the gym or going to the gym. I'll link with y'all in a minute. I'm going to 4th Street.
Yeah.
I'm going to play for a little while. I'm going to the boys club.
Yeah, that's why I was speaking on that.
We'll link later, like,
because we was outside and we already knew what it was. Yeah, Ty get out of practice at like 6.
Yeah,
he'd be down here around like 6:37. He'd kick it with us for a few hours. Now so we already knew what it was, and we wasn't trying to get in the way of that. And we seen who you was around. And we was just happy that you was around them and you found them and they accepted you and you was getting better just being around them and playing with them every day.
Yeah, them niggas got me in my shit though on all aspects though. Like, I start dressing different. Niggas start coming through with tighter jeans on, fucking with them niggas, like all type of shit. Start like chopping it up with different joints. I'm going to Hackensack and Patterson, T-neck now. I'm really like turned. Like everywhere,
Jersey.
Yeah, like
now
everywhere in our
Jersey.
area. It wasn't just the project. You feel me? Like,
it wasn't just the town.
Everybody loved me there. You feel me? This family.
Yeah.
You feel me? Everybody like rooting for you, especially at that time. You know, because we could talk about it later on. But at that time, yeah, everybody wants you to do good and whatnot. You know, so yeah, them niggas really turned me up though. Like, them my guys.
Yeah,
like,
shout out to them, all of them, man. Because
sure.
I do remember them. And that was important. That was important, and we love to see it because then they was kicking up with us.
Mike still pull up.
Mike still Mike is a.
When Mike come to Jersey from wherever he playing basketball, like he come to
up. Yeah, he definitely do.
He don't
pull
go
up.
to Jersey City
because he pull up. He don't care, and he staying because he know he good. He know what it is. Like, shout out to Mike. Word, but yeah, but y'all was doing some amazing things in St. Anthony's, like not even just on the court. Y'all definitely bring the culture. Y'all had the styles, just like you were saying, like dressing, everything. You know what I'm saying? They definitely turned it up, and we seen it, and we was like, oh, like, yeah, they turned the tie up, bro. Like, that's what it's like now. It's like, it ain't tie, it's slam dunk tie now.
That's when it's slam dunk
tie. Like, now it's slam dunk tie. You know what I'm saying? Slam dunk tie. And that, I remember that time. It was real dope. But y'all even shot a documentary just on that team in St. Anthony. So speak on that, how that was.
Yeah, so you know that, like, we speaking on that culture again. Coach Hurley is a GOAT, man. When it comes to high school basketball and basketball coaching in general, he one of them top tier coaches. So that little ass school that we went to have so many championships, to have so many guys become successful on and off the court was something that they felt like they needed to document. Yeah. We just so happened to be the team that was playing at the time. And so it was his story, but we had our own backstory behind it. And our backstory was from 04, when we were freshmen, to 08, we hadn't won no national or no state championships. And so we would have been the only senior class to graduate if we didn't win that year. So it was hella pressure on us, low key, right?
Yeah, like, I ain't even know. I ain't even realize
that was the backstory behind our team specifically. But the complete story behind the documentary was Coach Hurley, he got all these inner city kids. You know, he making them college guys, great fathers, people in the community, pros. You know, the lucky ones. But that was the background, and so within his story was our story. And our story was we needed to win that year. We had to win, so the documentary was hella dramatic, bro, because every game, and it's crazy because when you watch it, it's hella dramatic, but as we going through this, we know when we winning these games.
Yeah, I know.
It's dramatic because it's like, nigga, we got to. You feel me? Like, we confident because we so we, again, speaking on my Trey, Gio, my guys, we all go from juniors to now we seniors. This is our team completely. It ain't no more Dave Bullocks. It ain't no more Chris Gastons, who was ahead of us. I'm trying to think who else was ahead of us. Miles Beatty, who was real tough. A couple other guys that were good basketball players, but when we started to get to the state championship, we had to play against guys that were just good.
Yeah.
Like, better teams. Our next year, when we all were older, that senior year, no way, bro. Then we had Cheeks a junior.
Cheeks was going in.
It was 6, 7, 8. We was 7, 8 of us all top tier in the state, in the country, top tier. So the camera crew following us turned us up. We was excited about that. We going in these other gyms.
It made y'all feel like y'all
camera crews, meeting us in there, like blocking shit off us to walk in, like on some like celebrity shit. And then they come to the crib. They come to your crib, talk to your mom, follow you on the light rail to school. Right. You got a camera crew, you like shit like that. Like you're like, oh, what the hell?
It's lit.
Turn right. But behind all of that, we had to win. We had to win these games, bro. We had to win. And not only did we have to win, we had to beat St. Pat's. We lost to them twice that year. We knew we was gonna have to play them, best two teams in the state every year.
Yeah.
Knew we was gonna have to play them again. 2 years in a row, I lost to them.
Yep.
2 years in a row, sophomore, junior year, and they lost to them the year before that, before I got here. So for Trey and them, it was 3 years in a row. For Trey specifically, because he played varsity as a freshman. Mike and them was on JV. They came up at the end of the year, so they lost, but they didn't really play. They didn't really care. It wasn't they team.
They lost.
Now we sophomores. I ain't really play that much. Trey played a lot. Mike played a lot. Me and Gio didn't really play that much. We juniors, we all playing a lot. But we just run against Corey Fisher. The other lefty nigga they had on their team. Jeff Robinson. It was nice. Beat us. We move on to the following season. Nobody can fuck with us. Not only did we win 32 games in a row, we beat everybody by 20-plus points. Our margin of victory was 20-plus, bro. Nobody even got close.
Yeah, I remember. It
Nobody
was like crazy. Close, like I felt like I was really in the NBA, watching the NBA
bro,
game.
Nobody even got fucking close, bro. It's crazy because we start competing within each other, bro. Like, we know 3 minutes into the third quarter, we going to be up 30 points. We all coming out. Coach going to put the subs in. So in our mind, we start, you got to get your 10 points. You got to get 10. You got to get 10. We all got to get 10 points before we come out. So we all competing to score 10 points before the third quarter. For halfway point through the third quarter. Mike, I'm about to get 30. Like, Mike, why you can't just fall in line? Why you can't just get your 15, 12, let everybody get their 9, 10, right? And it's crazy because the niggas be like asking me, you with the Kansas nigga? I'm like, yeah. How many points you average in high school? I averaged 10 points with the Kansas.
10 points and with the Kansas.
I would average 10 points.
But
you don't fuck about that. Win. I won every game. I lost. My sophomore year, we lost 2 games. My junior year, we lost 1 game. And we ain't lose none my senior year. I lost 3 games in 3 years.
And that team was incredible. Like, we was scoring 10.
Yeah.
You scored 10 points on that team, bro. That's a hard that's a tough 10.
Yeah.
With the players.
That says a lot, bro. If you can get 10 points up. And then what's crazy is because that documentary was so fucking dope, bro, because you get to see perspective of shit, right? So I remember one clip of the documentary when we've been blowing everybody out, so we get comfortable, right? But it's getting closer to the state championship or state tournament time. But we beat everybody by 20 points. Some of these games, and we beat if the margin of victory 20, that means some games we beat niggas by 40,
yeah. That's
50.
Just your average.
Some games might be 17, 18, right? So we chilling. So one day we come into practice and a nigga just starts spazzing on us, Coach Hurley. He just blacking out. Every time somebody do anything, he just going hard. We 15 minutes into practice, we halfway through warm-ups type of shit. Like, it's like I get it, but like, what's up with you?
Yeah, you don't want one to
brings us all in. Y'all gonna be the first team to leave here without a state championship. I know I prepared you guys. I know I did everything, did my job, did everything, gave you all the tools, the scouting report, y'all walking around laughing, blah, blah, blah. If I don't win this game tomorrow, everybody's gonna remember you guys as a fucking the team that didn't win. I don't care how many games y'all won in 3 years or 4 years. If y'all don't win this championship, nobody gonna remember that. They not going up on the bench shows a band is 30 championships. Like, God damn, we gotta get one. They'll be like, damn, you just looked up like, all right. Yeah. This is the day before the state championship game. Day before we play St. Pat's. Kicked us out. Go home. We didn't even practice.
Wow.
Right? So now, this is why he's the GOAT, bro. We go in the locker room and we like, oh shit, bro. Like we gotta lock in, bro. Go home, focus the fuck up. Yeah. Stop playing, bro. Like he's serious. Like whatever he's serious, bro. We don't win them all. Like nigga, we didn't even practice, and instantly we got better, bro. We was locked in. He changed our mindset the minute he told us to go home, bro. He wasn't allowing us to like even think like fix our mistakes in practice because then it's like get comfortable again. We can figure it out. We can make adjustments. We cool. Mike can make shots. Trey gonna play defense. Ty gonna do everything. Like we gonna figure it out, you know? Yeah. Nah, go home. Think about it. Sit on it. Come back tomorrow.
With our minds right.
Right? So we thinking he pissed off. All of this. Fast forward to like 2 years later, the shit comes out. I'm watching this shit. When he kicked us out of practice, he like, you think that got him? Like laughing with the other coach. Like, you think they ready? I know that's gonna work. I bet you they locked in right now. I bet you they focused. Like, we thinking he pissed off at us, bro. That nigga laughing. He's about to go home and eat with the wife.
He chilling. He just
like,
got y'all.
He know we ready. Yo, he watched us. He seen us. He practiced us. Like he said, he prepared us. Yeah. He know we ready. Yeah. But he also know we on bullshit right now, and it can easily get away from us like that. And it's only one game. You don't have it tomorrow now. We in the championship. So like, y'all can't be acting like y'all gonna come in here and just blow them out. Which we did. We only beat them by like 13. That was one of the games that was close. We ended up pulling away at the end, but they was good. They was ready. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, number 2 pick, was on that team.
They was
Dexter
ready.
Strickland, they was good. So
I remember that game. Yeah,
we had to lock in and focus up, and just like that, he the GOAT, bro. But to just say all of that, like, we also held each other accountable. He held us accountable. We pushed each other, and we was ready, bro. Like, 100%, bro. And so, all of that camera shit, we got to see another side of him too, bro. Like, as a player, you walking talking to him like with a little bit of fear behind everything, right? And then you leave, and it's like, all right, cool. I'm doing exactly what he pushed me to do. So now you talking to him with pride, and you talking to him like not really tucking your tail, so to speak. It's like you're poking your chest out now because I like everything you told me I could do, I did. Yeah. You feel me? And so those conversations I love having with him now, bro. And we all do, bro. Because whether or not it's basketball or not, like, we all stand-up guys. And so having those conversations with somebody who pushed us and put us in that position is great, bro. And to be able to talk to them niggas and see them doing their thing still is, like, amazing.
Word. Shout out to Hurley, bro. He definitely a GOAT in Jersey for the basketball. A lot of young kids in the inner city. He definitely helped them out.
Basketball, bro, for sure.
Word. Definitely helped them out. Changed a lot of lives. You know what I mean? Yeah, so after St. Anthony's, I mean, I know that you was kind of like verbally committed to Marquette, and that's where you was gonna go to play college. But I mean, something happened, and you was able to, I mean, rethink and I mean, make your decision. So how that went? Like that was saying, cause that probably was like a major key and point in your whole like journey.
Bro, that was a huge point in my life, bro. Like I always say, where I'm at right now is like one life, because it's like my basketball life, and I'm about to go through a whole nother life, right? So in my basketball life, there was 3 points that was huge in my life. One of them was the dude signing me up for that league. I think that was huge. Meeting a lady and the dude signing me up for the league kind of is one to me. That was huge. Moving back to Florida, moving back from Florida to New Jersey was huge. And then the decision to go to Kansas was huge. And that shit almost didn't happen. That wasn't even really my decision. I was signed. I was going.
Yeah.
And if the coach wouldn't have left, I wouldn't have even been able to get out of that.
Yeah.
You feel me? So say he would have left a year later. If I'd have went to Marquette that year, then he would have decided to take that job. I'd have been stuck there with a whole new coach who I didn't sign with or none of that. You feel me? So he decided to take that job to Indiana. So the story behind that is I signed my letter of intent. The coach who was at Marquette took another job. He went to Indiana. When that happens, I was able to open my recruitment back up because I was able to open my recruitment back up without any penalty, like not having to sit out or no shit like that because he left.
Because he left.
You feel me? And so that's basically what happened. Now, Kansas comes on board because they recruited me like a little bit prior to me signing, but not like a lot. And honestly, if they would have recruited me earlier, I probably wouldn't have went there because of all of their roster. They won a championship that year. So prior to them winning the championship, they recruited me a little bit, but I wouldn't have signed with them because I'm looking at their roster like Mario Chalmers, Sharon Collins, blah, blah, blah. These niggas sophomores, freshmen. I'm like, damn, Julian Wright was a junior. Like the year before that, he went to the league. Brandon Rush. So it was all sophomores and juniors. They end up winning. Now all they stock go up. They leave.
So they leaving.
Pew. Kansas is the first team that I meet with. No, lying. Florida was. But the situation with Florida, which I loved, my mother loved it. She there. That would have been a great situation. I thought about it. But they had like 3 other guards that was committed the same year as me.
Yeah.
Then like 2 guards that was both freshmen that year that would have been sophomores. So I'd have been sitting or either having to compete with mad people. Met with Coach Self like the next day. Not even the next day. Coach Self and Billy Donovan walked past each other, shook hands. After meeting me, me and my mom saying just like this. And they came in number 6 school where I was doing summer camp at in the Heights.
Yeah.
Coach Self and Billy Donovan right in Jersey City. They walked past each other. Coach Self sat down, put his roster down. This is my roster. Sharon leaving. Sharon staying. Aldridge is still here. We got Morningstar, Reed. Was another walk-on named Brendan Bouchard and two other walk-ons. Bouchard, Matt Kleiman. So we got 2 walk-ons. I got Sharon. I got Cole. Sharon, the only one that played. Tyrell never played at all. Cole played a little bit. Brady didn't play. He had redshirted the year before that. So he didn't play at all. So he like, this is my roster. If you can't come here and start on this team, I don't even want you. I'm in the wrong meeting.
Word.
Exactly what he told me, just like that. If you can't come here and start on this team, I don't even want you. Then he showed me who he got coming. Both Morris twins, neither one of them play your position. Travis Rutherford, Mario Little, neither one of them play your position. He was like, you got a kid coming from a JUCO named Tyrone Appleton. He the only other person that play a position along with Sharon. He was like, so you have to compete with him a little bit. He was like, I don't think he as good as you personally, but I also love his game. And you're younger than him, so you got a little bit more potential, but he more game ready than you. He's stronger. He played tougher, you feel me? And that's who you're going to have to compete with. And I was just like, all right, let's do it.
Kansas.
Then I went on my visit and it was over, bro. He showed me so much love.
Especially if they won the championship.
Yeah.
This did, like, you was on the visit, they won the championship.
Yeah, so it was crazy, crazy love, the hype, energy, basketball, crazy. I don't know if y'all know basketball. Like, I'm going to give y'all some basketball history real quick about Kansas, but Kansas basketball culture is crazy. James Naismith, the motherfucker who invented basketball, the game of basketball, was the first coach at Kansas. So,
I didn't know that.
Exactly, right. So there's another nigga, the Fog Allen. Our gym is named Allen Fieldhouse, but they call it the Fog.
Yeah.
He was like the first college championship coach or some shit like that, right? And not only that, we got Will Chamberlain went to Kansas.
Yeah.
So he, in a GOAT talk, if we talking like overall basketball from the time the shit was invented till now, he in that conversation, right?
Yeah.
He scored 100 points in the game. He in that conversation.
Yeah.
So Wilt went there. Who else? So Naismith, Allen. it's one other historic dude in basketball culture that did something at Kansas. So like Kansas basketball culture is crazy. It's like Indiana, like Hoosiers type time. Like it's like crazy like that. Like high school, all of that. And like over the years, I'm not sure how it is now, but I know like over the years it's been that type of energy.
So that explains why you got all them elderly people at your
You
games.
feel me? You've been there, so you can tell those people like. And then it's not a lot. It's Kansas, so it's still middle of America. There's not a lot going on. A lot of these people living on farms or just like rural areas where it's not like a town. They call them towns. It's not a lot. It's not a city. It's not a lot of shit going on. If we're being completely honest, you feel me? So then they got the college, and they got a good ass basketball team. You got all of these people who go to the school and then turn out to be celebrities or like great basketball players or people. Again, not just basketball players, because people
in general.
They supporting this, you feel me? So it's like crazy basketball culture there. Not only, on every level, but especially with the Jayhawks, and because they continuously are good, it's easy to support. You feel me? So people just gravitate to that shit. So I felt that as soon as I got there, and then I'm coming from St. Anthony's, another crazy basketball culture school, 30 championships, Hall of Fame coach. So I'm feeling right at home. Like I'm feeling like.
Yeah, you fit right in.
You feel me? When I went on the visit, stamped it. I was already like, all right, bet. I'm playing a lot.
This is where I gotta be.
Stamped it. Then I met, he showed me all the people that was coming. I met some dudes that I had known before. And yeah, felt right at home, bro. Felt right at home.
Yeah, where I remember that. I remember you saying, yo, I'm going to KU. And
damn, bro. That was like,
what?
you should go to Kansas, bro. That was like, you should go to Kansas. I'm like, nah, I don't know. My boy Trayvon, like, they gonna recruit over you, bro. It's a big school. If you go there and don't play good, you won't be there. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It just was like weird, because I'm like, damn, I didn't even think about that. Like, I'm just thinking about playing.
Yeah.
But Trey situation was different. Trey committed his sophomore year, so he seen Pittsburgh go get other people his same position. He thought they was gonna stay locked into him for years. Yeah. People get better, like. People leave, people get hurt, so they like recruiting not over him, but with him in his same class, in the same position. And he was like, bro, if you don't stay on business, they're gonna do that. And I never thought about not staying. I stood on business everywhere. Came here, stood on business. Yeah. I heard Coach Hurley saying that same documentary. I got hurt one time. One of my friends, my shit still messed up in a documentary, and we was about to play Lincoln, Lance Stevenson. And again, this is one of the moments where I didn't know Coach felt this way about me till after, because when I'm talking to him, we ain't having these conversations. Coach player.
It's still coach player.
So when I watched this documentary when I'm in college, and I hear him telling them, he feel like I'm the best one out of all of them. I got the most to offer. I like, when he not in the game, you see how we play type of shit. We need him. Yeah. I didn't know he felt that way about me. That shit boosted me. Watching that shit, like.
That's because you don't know.
And then I'm looking at these niggas like, this is my bros, bro. Like, I look at Trey like one of the best point guards I ever played with. Mike, one of the best shooters I ever played with. Gio the same, the stamp, right? In my eyes, I played all over the place. I seen Mike make 15, 16 shots in a row as a sophomore in high school with his eyes closed damn near. Like, not even trying. You feel me? One of the best shooters I ever played with. Trey, same thing, floor general, leader. Never played with a point guard like him. Worked out with him to become a point guard. I never played that position before. Yeah. Trey was one of the niggas that sacrificed for us to have a good team. He came off the bench in Pittsburgh. The bench, yeah. You feel me? He sacrificed because he realized everybody was getting better. But again, Dub was like, yo, go to Kansas. Trey was like, nah, bro, they might recruit over you. You might want to go to a smaller school, play a lot. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to Kansas and play a lot.
Yeah,
fuck that.
Nah, word. Yeah, you went to KU your freshman year and you turned up.
I'm the only nigga to do that under Coach Self, bro.
Yo, you turned up, yo.
Probably changed now, but I still think I'm the only point guard to ever start 4 years under that nigga as a coach.
Yeah, I will never forget when we was watching the game on ESPN and
Dick Vitale.
Called
me a primetime player. I'm staying forever, nigga.
Like
Dick Vitale called me a PTP.
Yeah. Like I
heard that.
Bro, yeah, we was like,
I could have stopped playing basketball that day.
It was lit. It was lit. I would never.
Those the type of, you feel me? That's the type of shit I dreamed about my whole life, nigga. And I wasn't even crazy about college basketball, but watching college blue chips, nigga, He Got Game. This 96, 94, like watching movies like this, nigga. Hoop Dreams, watching Arthur Agee and niggas like that go to these camps and watch Dick Vitale talk. Like, then you get older, now you get recruited, now you paying attention a little bit more to these colleges, and he called him a primetime player. He called him, and I'm in that. Bad.
Word. I remember that, and I was like, yeah.
That was one of the ones. I feel like I remember the game. It might have been against Tennessee, bro. When they had dogs, all niggas tattooed on their necks, headband. One nigga had just caught a gun charge the week before we played them. They like top 10 in the country. They all seniors, older than us. And we came out and I had like 20 balled out. My mom was in the stands. Balled out. Hair the same color, blue and red, the same color as the Jayhawks and shit, with like an airbrush shirt with my name on it, jumping up and down.
Jumping on ESPN. Yeah, word.
Tennessee, bro. I remember that.
Bro.
I remember that.
Words. I was like, yeah, he in. And he fit in, and you gonna turn up KU. So that whole process was crazy. I remember that, you know what I mean? But being in Kansas, you know what I mean? Like, so Kansas, we know, like, it's a different environment from what you was used to. Even from probably in Florida, you know what I mean? I don't know, you probably could speak to that more, but, like, that environment in Kansas is just crazy. It's different, you know what I mean? It's something we definitely not used to.
Yeah, so, it's more similar to Florida than Jersey for sure. But by the time I was going to Kansas, I was all Jersey. You feel me? Like, the Florida was kind of out of me by that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was home for a big part of my life. Like, we teenagers. We outside. We seeing the world.
Yeah.
Doing shit that we probably shouldn't be doing. Like, we experiencing life faster and probably sooner than we want our kids to, right? We doing shit at that time, right? But so like when I'm transitioning, I'm moving fast. That slow shit at Florida out. And then when I was in Florida, I was a kid. I wasn't like hanging out. I wasn't going out. I wasn't partying. Just playing ball. We might have a house party in there, like a school party.
Yeah.
Maybe we might go to the movies with the homies on a Friday or something like that. Grab a little girl, go to the mall, walk around the food court. We was doing shit like that when I was in Florida at that age.
Yeah.
When I moved back, we outside. We
high school,
we outside. Yeah. My first summer back, that was 2005. I know what's going on outside.
Yeah, we was out,
Like, I was in here 2 weeks before shit happened across the street from the mom crib and all of that. Like, I was only here for 2 weeks, and I would just walked up the hill with Jazzy a couple hours before shit. Like, so it was just like I was like, oh shit. Came back from Florida, slow pace.
And that was like speed.
Coddled up, spending the night with my AAU friends. They got pools in their house, and mom's cooking breakfast for them in the morning, giving us books to read before we go to sleep. Like, and I'm coming home, I'm coming out, we outside.
Yeah.
Different. So I go to Kansas and I'm moving fast still. Like, I got in trouble a couple times just moving fast. Like,
because you
just being a Jersey nigga from Jersey, like, trying to get over, do shit quick, like, fast paced, talking fast, slick shit, like, moving fast. And so that adjustment was huge, bro. That was the biggest part. I called my mother that summer, bro. Me and Mom Dukes was on the phone every day. That's why she drove from New Jersey. Nigga, why you think she drove? It wasn't no secret that she drove from New Jersey.
She drove and she said, I'm moving.
Yeah, then move. I was on the phone with Mom Dukes every day, bro. Like, in tears, like, I want to come home, bro. I don't like him. I don't like the coach. Oh, this ain't for me.
Just getting homesick.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too. I can't do this. I should have went to Marquette. At least Milwaukee, a big city. Like, I was on that. Like,
word.
I don't know about this, but then I had the twins come. Twins was there. They from Philly. I had another dude from Jersey who was from like Irvington or something like that. Went to St. Pat's. Beat them that year before. Played against St. Pat's. He came with me, so had a little people that just with me a little bit. We figured it out together. We got the maneuver together, so that helped a lot. Like, again, I'm locked in with the twins forever because of that. And so we made that adjustment together, and so we got locked in pretty fast. And then once you start playing, and then how it went, I started playing good right away, like early. it didn't happen for the Twins the same way. For me, I jumped out the gate playing good. I didn't have to sit on the bench or wait for nobody, you know? Yeah. It was easy to get comfortable once I started playing, and then we were, you know, it's Kansas, so you expect it to be good. It's a lot of pressure on you, but I ain't feel no pressure my first year. Because for one, I wasn't even supposed to be there. For two, they just won a championship, so the pressure ain't on us.
Yeah,
them niggas left.
They already.
You feel me?
Just
The pressure. Sharon might have felt a little bit of pressure, but Coach Self maybe. But us as freshmen, we ain't feel no pressure. We want to do good and all of that, but we don't even know what to expect from this shit.
Yeah.
So how we gonna put pressure on ourselves? Once you start playing games and stuff, pressure comes, but I handled that shit well. I could have probably went to the league after my freshman year.
Definitely did. I feel like like I said, I feel like your discipline from like being that young and having that discipline was just like the life changing for you. Like it really carried you this whole way. You know what I mean? Still to this day, like you know what I mean? Just staying focused and just knowing tunnel vision what I want, what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like you showed that to me personally. You showed that to me. I'm like, yo, bro, Ty, because you know when you young, you saying all of this. I want to do this. I want to do that. You know your mom, you telling your mom this. You know what I mean? Yeah. And most of the time, especially coming from the town, it's like sports. That's all you really got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you know you telling your moms and it's like, yo, I'm going to play sports. I'm going to do this. But along the way, especially when you get into high school,
that's when it starts to happen. That's when it starts to happen.
Happen.
High school shit is when you start to see the separation of people and how dedicated they is. Because now you're getting freedom. You're getting interest in other shit, girls, outside, you know, extracurricular shit, whether it's positive or negative. It's just easy to let that shit take you away, bro. And I dabbled in that shit. I did everything. I was around. You was around me, bro. Yeah. You know specifically because you was really around me in those three years when I was in high school. Yeah. I was around you a lot. So, yeah, like I did shit, but I always, again, it either came before or after I was playing basketball, bro. It never was not playing basketball. And I also missed a lot of shit. Yeah. I also remember going on tournaments and chirping y'all or being on MySpace, seeing niggas at a house party or in the Heights doing XYZ, and I'm in Syracuse or in Virginia or... You know what I'm saying? Like, so I did have to sacrifice a lot of my childhood to be in the position that I wanted to be in. But I seen that shit. I always post this picture on my Instagram when I go back. It's a little clip of my 5th grade yearbook, and the question was, what do you see yourself in like 10 years or 15 years, whatever it is? You know, we all get asked that. Yeah. Nigga, I broke my shit, and this is a 5th grade with me. Yeah. I broke my shit down to the T, bro, and it was like. I'm going to go to middle school. I'm going to go to high school. I'm going to play basketball in this high school. I'm going to go to college. I don't know which college yet. I'm going to go to the NBA. I don't even know which team yet because teams change every year. I broke it down so specifically. And you know what's crazy? I look at that shit. I get drafted to the Nets, bro. The Brooklyn Nets, bro. That's the very first year that team changed to the Brooklyn Nets. I wrote this shit down in 5th grade about how I don't even know what team I want to play for because they change all the time. Seattle might be Oklahoma City or this might be that. I said this in 5th grade. And I'm the very first draft pick for the Brooklyn Nets ever. Ever. I don't know if people be knowing that. The Brooklyn Nets never drafted nobody before me. The New Jersey Nets drafted hella people. I'm the very first draft pick for the Brooklyn Nets ever. And that shit crazy to me because it's like manifestation. You speaking shit into existence, blah, blah, blah. But I was 5th grade and I'm 9 years old. We all saying that. We all got hoop dreams. We all, but like, I'm like, to the T with it. I'm telling you I'm going to go to middle school and do this. I'm telling you I broke that shit down all the way so much that it give me chills when I read it and then see how my life played out. You feel me? Like the shit crazy.
That's dope.
Shit crazy.
That's dope though. Know what I mean? That just speaks to your mentality and how dedicated you was to get to where you was trying to go.
All I ever wanted to do.
Word. So yeah, being in KU, you know what I mean? I know you built a nice little brotherhood there too. With some of your guys and your bros in KU, and I mean y'all did some good shit too in KU. Know what I mean? You was on some great teams. You had people that was getting recruited while you was there that came in that was, know what I mean, high recruits and know what I'm saying. So speak to that, like, know what I mean, just the teams and the court, or even
Right.
Bill Self as a coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Bill Self is cool. Like, I know it was like a difference between Hurley and then Bill. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like more laid back. You know what I mean? Well, to what I seen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you know what I mean?
Coach
How
Self,
you
you know, it's just a different point. Coach Self dealing with 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old guys going through real life, like away from home for the first time, you know, dealing with success for the first time in their life for real, independence. That's the main thing. He dealing with guys that is literally out the house for the first time, independent, free to do, come, go, do whatever they want.
Yeah.
So he got a little bit more leeway to that because he understands he dealing with older guys. Coach Hurley more of a father figure type because younger guys, right? He know he need to be a little bit harder on us. So you absolutely right about that. Coach Self is cool in that aspect, but he also got that father figure type of role too because it's bigger than just us when we go to these big programs like that, bro. We go there because they are huge programs, so you got to be a certain way, right? It just is what it is. You got to walk a certain line and be a certain way because you wearing that shit on the front. And with that being said, he demanded a lot out of us, bro. Respectfully, he did, and a lot of guys, myself included, like I used to go at it with him a lot because I was like, bro, I'm grown as hell, like, or I'm trying hard as hell, and he's like, nah, you're not. I know it's more, like. So he was on me a lot, bro, especially being a point guard. Excuse me. He was on me a lot, bro, but he got the best out of me, and I appreciate him for that. My whole goal was to get to the NBA, bro, and I felt like, again, that was one of the main three goals, right? One of the main three, like, pivot points in my life was going to Kansas, bro, and so he's a main part of that, bro, and that goes into other pivots in my life, but the main three was those three because now I can live my dream. So it's an equal. You gave me the bridge to live my dream. I never thought past getting to the NBA, and Coach Hurley gave me a bridge. Coach Self gave me a bridge, and so forever grateful, bro. You know, like forever grateful for that. You know, I also again sacrificed a lot, did a lot of shit myself, and I had to do myself. Stay locked in, be dedicated, but you know, they were the bridge, bro, and. So yeah, that was great, and we talk about those teams I played on, like iron sharpen iron, bro. Being prepared for Kansas was easy because I played against niggas every day. Mike, Trey, played against them every day. Same with going to college from year to year. As a freshman, I'm getting better going into my sophomore year because I'm competing with Sharon Collins every day, and then from my sophomore year to my junior year, I got to compete with Sharon and Elijah every day, and then we go from that to Elijah and Josh Selby every day. It's like these pros, you feel me? Like these real pros, guys that touch the NBA or made good money overseas. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this is Ben McLemore the next year. So it's like every day, this is a pro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going at it with these niggas every single day in practice. And so in the games, my skills are flourishing. NBA people seeing it because obviously I'm at Kansas again. That bridge, being at that big school, you on TV all the time. My senior year, I was on TV more than Kyrie. He was Rookie of the Year. Yeah. But we had 25 games on ABC or ESPN, some shit like that. Yeah. Cavaliers had 6. You feel me? So people see me more than the NBA Rookie of the Year that year. Yeah. So NBA scouts watching me, everybody, y'all watching me, the city, the town tapped in. So that was the best part for me, like getting calls from home, like social media starting to get bigger. Instagram came out my senior year. You feel me? Like they screaming Hoboken, New Jersey every time I run out the shit. Like, come on, man. That shit don't get no better than that. In the garden, all of that.
As a little side story, I remember on one St. Patty's Day, you know the town get crazy for St. Patty's Day. Right. They got the little parade. So we out, we chilling. I mean, we chilling.
That's right around March Madness,
too. We chilling. So we end up in this dude house. We got cool with him. He like, yo, we going to my house after the bar. So we go to his crib. He chilling. We like, yo, put the game on. Yeah, bro, playing right now. Put the game on. Kansas. They like, Kansas? I don't know nobody in Kansas. It was like, nah, put it on. So we put it on. He's like, yeah, TYSHAWN Taylor. Look, right there. That's our bro. He from Hoboken. Yeah, watch. So he like, he ain't from Hoboken. We don't know him. and you got in the game and they said it and they like, yeah, you like, oh, it was like a shock value. It was like, yeah, we was in there hype. He's like, yeah, I told you, yeah, Hoboken, you see what it say? So I remember that, yo, that shit was crazy. You definitely put the town on the map.
Legendary shit, bro.
Word.
That shit felt good, bro, to say that. And people from Florida be like, bro, you was from Florida. You from Florida. People give me shit about that. I'll never forget that, though, because I really, like, always loved basketball, bro, but, like, that Florida shit turned me up, bro.
It did.
Turned me up. Obviously, I grew up, bro. Like, I grew up a little bit. I got taller, but I found what I like. I found myself. So when I came back here, it was easy to be dedicated and locked in because I already knew what the fuck I was coming back to do. Go to St. Annie's, go to college, go to the league. It was already written by me and the gods, bro.
Word.
Like, that shit was written. You feel me? Like, I already was locked in on that. So it was, you know what I mean? It wasn't really hard. But yeah, so to just keep going, like all of these accomplishments, I love being able to do this now from this position because all of these accomplishments almost felt like I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Coming to St. Anthony's, tearing that shit up, going to Kansas. I wrote this down when I was in 5th grade. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. So, like, I ain't even really, like, patting myself on the back.
Right.
I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
I ain't really get a chance to be like, yeah,
kick
bro.
back.
Like,
Yo, I did it, yo.
So I love it. I love this time of my life that I'm in, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's good to do that because I get to talk about this shit and really think about, like, all the work and all the sacrifices I made to be in that position, bro. And it's stamped, bro. Legendary. Stamped, for sure.
Yeah, definitely legendary shit. Definitely. You know, we always got love for you. We always respected you and enjoy just watching it and being a part of it too.
Hell yeah.
Just watching it, you know what I mean? I definitely personally was able to see you play in every, you know what I mean, besides Florida, but when you came back, every stage I seen you actually play, and I seen you getting better. Like, I felt like, I was like, damn, so, bro got way better than what he was in St. Anthony's.
Yeah.
Now, we watch him in Kansas, and then it's like, yo,
bro out there. At least
bro.
I can see from the distance that I was on my shit. You feel me? Like, I wasn't out there bullshitting.
Nah,
like, y'all could see from a distance that he getting better, bro. Like, he out there locked in.
Nah,
like,
you definitely was locked in, doing your thing.
For sure.
And that whole KU run was amazing to us. Like, it was. Like,
yeah, bro, we was talking about my St. Anthony's record. What I said, I lost 3 games in 3 years. I was in Kansas for 4 years, nigga, and lost 12. Lost 7 my first year. 3 my second year.
That's incredible.
Was it 3 my second year? 3 my third year. So that's 12. And then my last year.
Y'all barely lost that.
So it's like 7.
Year.
So it's probably like 17. I lost like 17 games in 4 years. And won 30 plus each year, so 120 plus games. Top 20 in, I'm top 10 in scoring, like top 20 in scoring, top 10 in wins all time, top 20 in assists, top 20 in a bunch of shit, nigga. And we talking about Kansas, nigga. Paul Pierce, Jacques Vaughn, Rafe LaFrance, Will Chamberlain, Danny Manning, Mario Chalmers.
Do they got your picture on the walk-in Kansas? They definitely got to put your picture up.
Yeah, they got.
Because I remember we was walking through.
We made it to the Final
Four
Four my senior year.
Yeah.
We made it to the Final Four International Championship. We
whole team, yeah,
we stamped. That
yeah,
Final
bro,
Four was hard, bro. That shit don't
boy
just
got
come
that
around,
picture
man.
on the wall. Yeah,
that shit don't
that's
just
what I
come
was.
around.
I remember walking through there and I was saying that. I'm like, Ty, you know, on that wall, bro.
Yeah, you
on
talking
that
about the wall that they walk around?
Yeah, that wall. Yeah, that wall.
Yeah,
That picture on the wall. Yeah, boy.
Because you know what's crazy is that they had just put that the year they won it, and they added the team, Mario and all of them. So we used to walk past that shit every day and see that.
Yeah, let me get that, yeah. Word, that's what's up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
So I get
that's
to take my sons to that shit. They get to see me all over that shit.
Word.
They love that.
Nah,
So,
word. But,
yeah, Kansas was the shit. It was like I said, major pivot in my life, bro. Glad I made that decision to go there. Great 4 years. Had a great basketball run. Grew up there. Had my first seed there. Like, learned life. Met crazy connects. It's college, bro. It's what you go for. To meet people. You know, learn yourself, figure out what you're trying to do with your life. Obviously, it was basketball for me, but, you know, because of those type of connections, I'm able to do what I'm trying to do now, you know. And so, yeah, that was great, bro. Put me in a position to live my dream, which we're going to talk about as far as the, you know, going to the NBA and shit. So, again, that was a great run for me.
Yeah, we could get into it. I mean, we spoke on the drive you touched on that, but originally it was the Portland who drafted you.
Word. So that was crazy because prior to getting drafted and shit, you work out for teams and whatnot, you talk to teams or whatever. You know, if they interested, they holler at you. I never talked to Portland. I never worked out for them. So, and they had drafted Damian Lillard, another guard. So I'm like, I ain't even think nothing of it. And like 2 minutes later, I see the Nets. And I didn't work out for the Nets, but I met with them in a room, and they was fucking with me. A.B. Johnson was fucking with me. You tough guard, you older guy, you ready for this. We love you, we love your family, we love how you, all of this. Like, you just fucking with me, you know? And so I left the meeting, but I had like 12 meetings that day, the team. So it didn't stand out at all. But when I got on the phone with him, he was telling me parts of the meeting that stood out to him. And I was like, oh yeah, he fucked with me hard. And so yeah, that was cool. Then it was like, you know, going away for 4 years, coming back getting drafted to the crib was like.
How was that? Because I was saying that too. We was going bananas. I was like, yo, then they was like, he got traded to Brooklyn. I'm like,
yeah, that's what it got led to me. Because I was in, was you in the restaurant? You didn't come to the restaurant that day, right?
we didn't go to the restaurant. I was in the Heights. I was with my guy Fresh, and I was like, yo, we watching this.
So there was a few of us in the restaurant.
Yeah, I remember y'all.
Few of us in the restaurant. We was in Hoboken. Few of us in the restaurant. I know. I'm pretty sure Gotti was there.
Gotti definitely was there.
Pretty sure Gotti was there because this is a funny story. I gotta tell the story. I'm gonna get back to the story because I don't want to lose my train of thought. But I'm gonna get back to the story with Gotti. We in the restaurant and whatnot, and I'm like not even facing the TV. I'm low key like kind of tucked away at this point because I thought I was gonna get drafted higher. So by the time 41 came, I stopped watching that shit. I was like sitting on the stairs. I'm not even gonna tell you no lie. This is a true story. I swear to God, and everything I love, bro. The TV behind me, I'm sitting on the stairs, and we in a restaurant, so we can't hear the TV. We only seeing it. Everybody get quiet when the draft pick come, and then when they start talking, everybody get loud again, right? Loud, that's how I know what's going on. I'm not watching this shit no more. Like the last 5, 7, 8 picks, I ain't even watch. I turn around, it's 39 or like 40. Turn around, it's Will Barton. Me and Will was working out all summer together in Houston. So he got drafted 39 or 40. And I had just like looked up. I put my head back down, went to my phone, I was about to text him. Yo, that's good shit, bro. I'm happy for you, blah, blah, blah. We literally was together like 2 days before that. Yeah. So he was like fresh on my mind too, you know? Ready to text him and shit. It get quiet again, so I'm not even paying attention. It get quiet. I just hear everybody scream. I get the fumble in my phone and shit. I turn around and they show my little highlights and shit. And they say Portland. I just see people running up to the stairs, like running up. Grab my mother. And I don't want to say the person's name because I don't want to get it wrong. But I want to say that it was Gotti that was like, "Yo, you going to Brooklyn?" Somebody grabbed me while my mother was hugging me and like, "Yo, you going to Brooklyn?" And I turned around, bro, and I seen the Nets logo on the TV and lost it. Then they pushed my mother off. We going outside. Like, yo, lost it. Went crazy. Like, that was crazy because that's really like, you take shit all the way back to the beginning. Like, that's some, when you talk about dreaming and shit and manifesting and shit, how many kids can play for their hometown team, bro? That shit don't ever happen. No, especially get drafted by them. Maybe if you play 12, 13 years, you might play in your city for a couple seasons. Get drafted by your hometown team, play in your city. I was living in Hoboken as a pro. Yeah. That's complete full circle. Yeah. Right? That's complete full circle.
Yeah, that is.
Shit. And I was like, bro, like.
It was crazy.
Crazy, son. That shit.
Was crazy, man.
Crazy.
And like, legendary shit once again.
Legendary shit, bro.
Putting the town on the map, know what I mean? Doing it. We was happy for you. Mm-hmm. We couldn't wait. Know what I mean? Everybody was like, crazy, man, we pulling up to the game. We taking the train. We don't care. Like, we pulling up. So it was dope. It was dope. Know what I mean? And we was happy for you. And that like speak to that whole process with that team, because that team was like an older team. You was like it was like a few young guys that was there
so
with you.
Again, the whole thing about Brooklyn that year was everything was new. We had a new arena coming, we had new owners, just got some new players, just signed Joe Johnson. Everything was like new and fresh. It was like trying to rebrand New Jersey, because New Jersey had like 7, 8 badass seasons. So they was trying to rebrand. They got some new players, new coach came in. Actually, new coach didn't came in. Stuck with Avery Johnson that year. The new owners, new building, new team, new name, all that shit. So it was fresh, and I was happy to be a part of that. But it sucked because they wasn't into like building a team.
They was trying to win.
They was trying to put a team together. You feel me? Which sometimes work, but we also know how that shit don't work. We watching it. People doing that shit all the time now. That was one of those moments where we got Joe Johnson, we got D. Will, we had this person. We had a big three low key at one point. We had got Paul Pierce and KG, and we had like a big three. But this is at the same time where the NBA, the best players in the NBA are all 27, 28.
They're
getting better. The Stephs, the KDs. They ain't full where they at now, but that's 2012. 10 years ago. They all on their way. 3-4 years in the league. They stars on a rise now. The game changing, the 3-pointer coming more, the game changing, but we got Joe Johnson. He's 14 years in the league. We got D. Will. We got enough to win it. But we really didn't. The game was changing. We really didn't. And so they didn't give the old young cats enough opportunity when they could have just been building with us. We had Marshawn Brooks. Marshawn's supposed to be a star in the NBA right now. If Brooklyn would have built around him and D. Will and Joe, instead of holding him for safety because we know he's young and we got him in case these old niggas don't work out, he would be a superstar right now in the league. And I feel like I'm on that same type of level, but they just didn't give us that chance to play. And so with that being said, this is where I love what I'm doing now because I can help a kid out. I was immature about how I handled that situation, right? So me not playing, me feeling like I'm deserving to play, I'm in the league now, I worked my whole life to get here, I want to play, and not understanding it's a business. Don't work like that. You feel me? And so now I'm walking around with an attitude, kind of late, not putting in as much work as I could. I know, outside, partying, not 100% focused as I should be because I just want to play, bro. And if they're not noticing me one way, they're noticing me this way. You feel me? And that kind of fucked me up a little bit in hindsight because I blame them for not playing me, but also I don't even know if I would have been all the way ready. Now, I played some good games. I had some good NBA games, right? But I just didn't play a lot to show that. And with me not playing, my frustration was showing more, right? Because I wasn't able to show them that I could play. When I was, I played good. But I'm not, so now I'm frustrated even more. So that's showing every single day, even the days I'm not playing. You feel me? And so that just kind of fucked me up, right? And so it was good. It was great feeling. It was all new and fresh, but I just didn't get an opportunity that I felt like I deserved.
You deserved to play.
You feel me? And it was tough to deal with my pride. Definitely them being home. It was a gift and curse. It was a gift and curse.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, too. Like, because you being home, like, all right, let's say you was in Portland and all of that was going on, you probably would have still locked in because it's like, I don't really, you know what I mean? Of course, you're in the NBA, you're going to be meeting stars and brushing shoulders with people, but you still know, like, man, I'm in Portland, man. I'm in here to, you know what I mean? It ain't like I'm about to, after practice, I'm going to go home and I'm going to get with the guys and chill, and I ain't going to really think about it. I'm trying to get it off my mind rather than.
That was the shit. I had enough distractions to keep all of that off my mind. On top of the fact, I am in the NBA, bro. So I'm still having my way. You feel me? Like, I'm still doing what I want.
Yeah.
You feel me? So people know me as an NBA player whether I play a minute or not. If I go to the club, you think the girls care if I played last night?
Nah, they don't.
They just don't.
Oh, yeah, you
what team you play for again?
You on the Brooklyn Nets, right?
Yeah, like, they don't care about that. So it's one of those things. It's like, the niggas, the DJ still shouting me out. Brooklyn Nets type. I'm still labeled a pro. So that was what I meant when I said they don't see me. They don't see me or feel me that way, but they gonna see me. They say gonna see me.
Yeah, they know.
They know I'm there.
Yeah, they know.
They know I'm in the association.
Word. And you had some games that you was balling too. Like
you
had games you was balling. So it ain't like you would just in your warm up the whole time you was there and didn't get no burn. You definitely got some burn.
I played good, bro. I played good when I got a chance to play. The opportunity just wasn't there, bro. And it be like that. NBA is not an equal opportunity job, nigga. Niggas get paid. If you get paid $10 million and I get paid $3 million, you gotta perform like you get paid $11 million. I don't. I don't get paid $11 million. If I do, they're gonna pay me more.
Yeah.
That's the job. It's a production job. That's how that shit goes. It's not equal opportunity, you know. And I didn't understand that. I'm in a league. I'm just as good as you. So what? We know what he got. We know what he can do. Feel me? And that's how that shit went.
Yeah, that whole process I know was crazy.
Best time of my life though.
Yeah, because it was
best
like
time of my fucking life.
You
though.
made it though. You did it, bro. Like your brother.
Had my way with those 2 years.
Yeah, nah, definitely, bro. And you still got to play at a high level. Mm-hmm. So it's not like you just made it to the lead and was on the bench. Like I said, you played. You got to showcase that you belong there.
I deserve to be there. That was it for me. That was it for me, bro. I think that was it for me, bro. And even like practicing with these niggas, which we didn't do that much because our team was just so much older. You play so many games, you don't really practice that much. But when we were practicing actually get up and down, I was always killing them niggas. I was always stamping myself as he should be playing. D. Will knew, dunked on Gerald Wallace, Marshawn knew we playing one-on-one every day. And he used to get at me, but he knew, like, you feel me? He deserved to be here.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Being respected by your peers is a greater feeling than being respected by critics. You feel me? That's their job, is to critique you. Your peers is seeing this shit. Like, you can sit here and talk to me and have a genuine conversation and know like and have some type of feeling towards what I'm telling you because you got to see that shit.
See it, yeah.
You got some emotion behind it, right?
Yeah.
You ain't a critic. You're not here to tell me to like find loopholes in what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you wanted to, you also the right person because you were there for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
You could call me on bullshit or vouch.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
And that's the shit. When your peers can vouch, that nigga's good, bro. I played against him at the summer camp, or I played against him at Fort. I played against him in Kansas. Oh yeah, I played against him in the G League. I played against him over. Nigga, when I post my retirement from basketball and niggas start hitting me up, telling me how they remember playing against me. I don't even remember shit. Some of these niggas or some of these games. Yeah, I remember you dunked on my man. Or I remember you did this, or I remember you. I'm getting all of that. Yeah. Like, people I respect in the basketball shit telling me how they respect me and how I inspired them type shit. Like,
yeah,
bro, I remember watching you at Kansas, or watching you when you played at St. Annie's, or watching your AAU team when y'all was running through New York. Like, I remember that. You stamped. Like,
nah, you definitely stamped. And you elevated. Because now we could get into, like, now, I remember I said slam dunk tie, you know what I mean? We using St. Annie's and that transitions from KU into the league. Now you TY, you know what I mean? Now, TY. So that was dope just watching it. I really enjoyed it, as we all did, you know what I mean? Enjoyed watching it, and you definitely put on. So, I mean, now you in the league, you know what I mean? Like you said, you was frustrated. You didn't feel like it was working out for you. You know what I mean? So then you make the transition to go overseas.
Yeah.
And you was overseas and had a mean career. I even watched some of your games overseas. Yeah. You know what I mean? You was wilding out there. You was putting up numbers. It was like, bro, definitely coming back. Bro, definitely coming back. And I know that somebody got to give bro a shot because he going ham overseas. You know what I'm saying? Word. So, like, let's touch on that. Like, how it was overseas. I remember we used to talk and you was like, yo, it's different over here, though, bro. I get the food. It's like, you know what I mean? Everything. They don't speak our language. It's like, you know what I mean? So I know that part was hard for you.
The biggest adjustment is the language. Obviously, the obvious biggest adjustment is the language barrier, bro. That's tough, bro. Traveling all over the place, not being able to communicate with people and shit. It's tough. But basketball universal, bro. So when you get on the court, I could tell my teammate comes to the screen. He know I don't have to talk. Come here. That means screen, like back door, like, you know what I mean? So basketball universal at the end of the day. So the adjustment was hard off the court. Living, being away, missing holidays with the fam, you know what I'm saying? Having to eat some food that I ain't like. Having to really learn myself, bro. This is the most time I ever spent alone in my entire life. Bro. ever. College, you with the homies in the dorm room together all the time, all day. AAU, y'all in the same hotel. High school, you in school every day with these niggas. You traveling. This is the most time I have ever spent alone in my life.
Yeah.
And I had to really learn myself, bro. Like, lock in on my mental, what I like other than basketball, what kind of food I like other than fast food. Do I like cooking? Do I like that? Do I like really like who the fuck are you, bro? Overseas did that for me because it took me out of my comfort zone, put me somewhere where I could not get comfortable even if I tried. And so you gotta be different, gotta adjust to certain shit, do things that you're not gonna do. And those were some great experiences, bro. I've been to great countries. Like you said, I played good basketball, played against some good niggas over there. Yeah, had a great career over there, bro. It's just not an easy job, bro. It's tough. It's a grind, bro. And when you're making a good amount of money, it'd be worth it to go through that. It's like sacrifice anything.
Yeah.
When it makes sense, it makes sense. But if it's not making sense, then it's just not making sense. You feel me? And being away for 6-7 months, missing your kids grow up, missing birthdays and holidays and all that shit.
Tough.
And then the brand not adding up. It just was time for me to like shut it down. But as far as basketball, as far as overseas, as far as my career, bro, had a great run from start to finish, bro. Basketball wise, had a great run. Learned a lot, met a lot of great people. Grew so much. Basketball prepared me for so much shit, like life shit that I didn't even know I was preparing myself for. Just being a basketball player.
Yeah.
But now that I'm not hooping, I can be in rooms with people and have conversations and talk about certain shit or carry myself a certain way based off of the structure I built being a basketball player, being around the coaches that I was around, like that
whole
foundation
journey,
being set.
The whole process.
And so, hell yeah, bro, I'm grateful for all of that shit. All of the people around, I met and, crossed paths with, the coaches, the teammates, the ones I still talk to, the ones I don't get to talk to as much. Yeah, man, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. I'm 32 years old, bro, but I live, bro. I live for real, bro.
Nah,
for real, bro. That's why I call it the first part of my life, bro, because I was like, this is like a whole new life. I'm starting shit all over.
Like, I like
myself again.
What you doing? I mean, you recreating yourself once again. You know what I mean? But before I get into that, I probably already low-key know the answer to this question, but I do want to ask you, what was your favorite point of the whole process? Like, you know what I mean? Was it you being 5, writing that down? Was it you, know what I mean, just playing ball and know what I mean, people coming to see you? Yeah, like, and taking you under the wing and getting you onto that right path?
Yeah, that's a good-ass question for real, because I would, like, the easy answer, the generic easy answer would say the whole process is my favorite, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at it on hindsight, right?
Yeah.
But if I had to go to a moment, if I can remember, like, you take me to a moment that just felt the best to me, that just felt like I was having the time of my life, bro, was probably the year or two, my junior and senior year of high school, like leading up to college. Because I'm feeling good about myself now. The colleges is on me. I'm getting attention from that. The camera crew was following us around. We getting attention from off the court shit. We getting attention from the girls and shit. Like, we playing AAU, which is the best time of any hooper life, because you traveling, you stay in hotels, you with the bros.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, that's the best time of anybody's life. So that, like, junior year, senior year, high school, that summer, those 2 summers was amazing, bro. That's when I'm starting to get, like, I'm starting to get known on a nation scale. I came from Florida, known in Florida. I stamped myself in Northern Jersey, right? But now, I'm top 50 in the nation now. That summer, I'm top 20 point guards in the nation. Brandon Jennings, Drew Holiday, Kemba, Dogs.
Yeah.
I'm top 20 in the nation.
Word.
You feel me? Like, it's that summer. Schools hitting me up, Reebok sending me free shit, all type of shit going on. Like,
word.
Yeah, that was the best time for sure. That was a good ass question, bro.
Nah, word. I low key, I ain't gonna hold you. I thought you were gonna say some time in KU, but know what I mean, I know that time was very important.
College was fun, yeah. College was fun. It was definitely important. But again, it was one of those moments where I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be going to college. You gotta go to college to get to the league. Like, this is the next step. But like, and fully enjoying the process of going through that shit had to be. And I'm doing it with Mike and Trey, doing it with the bros, like real brothers, like Shea and Cole, slept in the same bed, brothers. Like,
word.
We going through that shit together. We all stand. All of us getting the same love. So it's not even like,
it's just you.
You feel me? I can talk to my man. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. He just got off the phone with the college coach too. You feel me? He know the same feeling. It's one of those like, it's love. It was like hella just love. Then I'm going, when I'm not with them, I'm with y'all. You feel me? So I'm outside. I'm getting that love, like from the city and being able to be outside and be like a rough. Like in my mind, I could be tough. I'm a tough guy outside with y'all niggas hanging out. You know what I mean? Like you might fucking with me. You know what I mean? Like we could do what we want type of shit. So it was like I was having my way at that time. Best of both worlds.
Nah, that is, and that's why we appreciated you having, I mean, Mike and Trey and them too, because it was like you, I mean, now you get to be like, yo, I mean, basketball, they know all about this. I mean, us, we ain't really get what you saying when you like, yo, I got coaches calling me. I mean, I might have to practice again. I mean, later. Or, I mean, they understood that and they was with you. Know what I'm saying? And we felt like they was cool as hell. So it was like that shit was amazing, bro.
We gotta get Trey up here, bro. Trey let us do this shit. He's a college coach too, so you being able to talk to him about these times, and then him having his own story from them times with me and being around me, cause he be bringing up shit to me about being in the projects that I don't remember, cause he just, you know, he had his own view of it, or had his own conversation with somebody while I was off doing something else. You feel what I'm saying?
Word.
So like,
shout out to Trey. You know what I mean? You can link that up here. I mean, link that up. You get him up here, man. You know. We'll let her have him, you know what I'm saying? But so now, I mean, you recreating yourself. I mean, TY, you got the youth involved. I mean, you doing community service, you giving back. I mean, all that knowledge you obtain, all the ups and downs, everything. I mean, the grind, the love, you giving that back now. So that's why I like to call it, you know what I mean? Community service, you know what I mean? So let's speak to that. Like, you know what I mean? I know you got your camps that you're going through right now.
For sure. I was actually just talking about this. So I'm going through a transition, bro. Like, we just talked about my whole basketball life. And that's all I ever did, bro. You know, you got practice this time, school this time, you traveling this day, flight this day, you going this weekend, you come back, you got the same schedule, or then you go to college, you eating this day, eating this time, school this time, weight room this time. Like, my life been like that forever. NBA, practice this day, this time, travel, XYZ. So fast forward to now, I'm like, I'm cool, I'm done playing, I don't want to travel no more. I'm cool, I had enough, I can kick up now. Now I got all this time. And not only do I got the time, I don't got nobody scheduling that shit out for me like how I had my whole life. So I'm just sitting around like, fuck, bro. I sat around for a minute. It wasn't like generically me jumping up saying I want to coach, right? I almost didn't even want to be around basketball because I felt like I want to still play, right? Like I still want to play. Like I'm done, but I'm not done because I can't play. I'm done because of the shit that goes around it, right? So now I don't want to be around it because now I put my shoes on, then it put me back in the bag, like my bag. Now I'm thinking about going back overseas again, like, nah, I'm cool. So I sat around for a minute, bro, trying to figure out what the fuck I want to do, bro. If I want to really, like, again, reinvent myself, like you said, but, like, who am I again, right? Like, who the fuck, what do I like? What do I like to do? It's not basketball. What is it, you know? So, shorten that story up. I sat around for a while after deciding I didn't want to play, and as the time went on, you know, obviously the love of the game, so now I'm watching it more, going to the gyms, playing pickup, seeing kids, you know, practicing, playing around, giving my little pointers, and just doing, you know, like you said, community service. I'm just a kid, yo, let me help you with that.
Yeah, word.
Can't help me, bro, I can't help you. Now I got to tell them who I am type shit, you know. But, yeah, so I started to do that, and then I went to see my son in Kansas, Jayhawks. He lived in Lawrence, where I went to school. And went to one of his practices, and the dude who run the program played at Kansas as well, and was like, yo, if you want to coach, this would be a great starting point. You can coach your son, and we could build off of that. And so I started to do that, and obviously, you know, Community service is great, and I want to give back and do all of that, but I had to make it make sense for me as far as like training kids and coaching, if I'm going to get paid, and what level I want to coach at, and how far I want to take it. And because I spent so much time traveling my life on a schedule, I decided I don't want to go right into coaching right now. I want to train. I can make my own schedule. You hit me up, bro. Coach, you can train me at 4 o'clock. If I can't, I say no.
Yeah,
Feel me? If I can't, I do it. Type shit. You know, it's like one of those. And so I enjoyed that part of it, and started to do that with the kids. And then it just turned into really like seeing the kids get better, that feeling of like doing something good again.
Yeah,
and then it being with basketball, that shit just like gave me joy. And then it was my son too, so it was like, all right, cool. I could get to be around him, coach him up, and I'm around kids who really enjoy this shit. I can help. And so I turned it into a business, bro. Like, you know, like any person from where we from, we hustlers, bro. We know how to figure some shit out, you know, flip some shit and make it happen. And so I'm sitting around. I decide I want to be a trainer. How do you do this? Looking at other trainers and trying to figure it out. You gotta market your shit. Gotta have video people and do certain things. And that's what I did. Started an LLC. Got with some people in Kansas who like-minded with me as far as entrepreneurship and starting a health program for youth kids and stuff. And so they got like strength and conditioning part of it, and the whole building where I could train out of. So it really worked out generically because I really just went to see my son, bro. Cause I really wasn't trying to jump right into coaching or training at all.
You were just trying to chill, get basketball, break off your mind for a little while, just to like,
exactly. But I also knew I couldn't do that for too long, right? Like I had a great career, but I didn't make $20 million where I can kick my feet up forever. You feel me? Like I'm gonna have to get back to the grind in a second, and I knew that. And so once that was the case, I just kind of was like, you know, I'm gonna go see my son, let this shit happen how it happened. And it did, bro. And it was generic. And so now I'm just training kids, doing little camps like I did this past week, which is a great success. And so I plan on doing way more of those. Excuse me. But yeah, bro, just doing camps, doing clinics, training basketball. But it's so much, like I said, I don't know if he got this on camera or not, but like I said, like, I'm so prepared for the transition, more prepared than I even think I am because of all the tools that I learned being a basketball player. You know how that shit go, the sacrifices, the dedication, the pushing yourself, the learning how to, you know, when you winning, how to handle that shit and be humble, but also not be too hard on yourself when you down. Life is a long game, right? So all my metaphors come from basketball. Life is a long game, bro. We in the second, third quarter right now. Our age.
Yeah.
30, 32. We in the second, third quarter right now. It's a long game, bro. None of us down that far.
No.
You feel me? Even if we not where we want to be, we ain't just a long game. And any of us can check out at any point.
Yeah.
You feel me? So we don't got time to just chill, but we ain't behind by any means,
That's
bro.
why I like going by that slogan now. Like now I'll be saying I'm chilled out.
Yeah,
like, I'm chilled out.
Yeah, we did that
like,
though.
Yeah, like I'm chilled out, bro. They be like, yo, what's up? You chilling? Nah, I'm chilled out, bro.
Yeah, we did enough chilling.
Yeah, like,
we did enough chilling. We did a lot of chilling in our 20s and shit.
Yeah,
like
I don't want to chill. Like I don't want to chill. I want to get to work and grind. That's what's up. But
yeah, that's where I'm at with it too, Bug. So, not to cut you off, but I really enjoy coaching basketball. But I also enjoy helping people, bro, and I've always been that way, bro.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's like perfect. It's like a perfect fit, bro. You know, I get to help not only people but young people that's gonna change the fucking world, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is for me. And I'm not only training young people. I got college kids. I got pros, other overseas cats, but in my mind, I could still help them in a way because I've done some shit that they're trying to do. So even if they take it way further than I took it, at the stage of their life that they in right now, I can help them because they ain't been there yet. You feel me? And so that's where I'm at with this shit, bro.
And it's crazy because now it's like you, that guy that you was speaking to about earlier, that came up to you and signed you up for the
absolutely
for the Boys and Girls Club
absolutely.
And all of that. Now I mean, now you in that role.
Yeah,
like, it's crazy how it like came together.
Full circle moment, bro.
Word,
this shit just been happening in my life. Since I put the basketball down, bro, I've been having hella full circle moments because basketball was the center of it. right? So now that it's out of the play, this shit's coming together type of shit. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's why that happened. That's why that happened. This makes sense. Or I see this, I knew that. You feel me? Like, that shit making sense, bro. It was like, yeah, that shit was, everything revolved around that, but it's so much more than that, bro. So much more than that.
So much more. Word.
And part of that process of me finding myself again was me telling myself, you more than a basketball player, bro. You got more to offer than just being a hooper. And I had to sit down and I was sad, I was depressed, like, nigga, what the fuck you about to do but hustle type shit? Like, what, nigga, you ain't, this all you know. You feel me? Like, what you finna do? Like, go back overseas, and I really was like, had to like tell myself, bro, like, is it working? Like, pro and con it. Go over there, you're gonna miss more of your son's basketball games. You're gonna watch him grow, and you chasing your dream, you fuck around, be overseas playing with him, type of shit. And that might be cool, but it's like, damn, do I really want to miss that process? Him going through his process that I went through, and I can be there, like, not holding his hand, like, being like a couple steps behind him instead of across the country in a different time. You feel me? Like, I could still be there in a way to guide him and like help him through this process. My son got it in my eyes, and I'm biased, but I also coach kids, so I know what other kids look like his age. He got it. You feel me? And
he got half of your spirit in him.
you feel me? And so I want to be there for that because I went through a lot of shit and I made it. But again, I was lucky a lot of that and hella blessed. I also had a mindset that he ain't naturally gonna possess because he don't come from where I come from. You feel me? So he ain't naturally gonna possess the same mindset, but he can though.
He can.
He can.
And everybody's journey different. You know what I mean?
He can.
I walk the exact same.
Nah, I don't even want him to.
But you know. Now I mean, like, I could speak on it. Being a parent is like, now I mean, it's I got this knowledge. You know what I mean? I don't want my daughter to have to go outside and learn certain things by experience. If I could tell her,
That's the shit right there.
you feel me?
That's
And
the
tell
shit
her,
right
like,
there.
all right, listen,
And they may still go out and try to
do it.
anyway, and then they're gonna come back and be like, man, I should listen to you.
Yeah.
Those are the moments where you sit down and be like, look, bro, I ain't fucking telling you this because I don't know or we don't know. I'm telling you this because this is what happens.
The same thing
And
the
it's
old head told us.
and you don't want them to ever be in a situation where you got to tell them, I told you so.
Yeah.
But we know this as kids, we need those moments.
Yeah, we need those moments.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I remember, not to, we on positivity and shit, but this is part of my journey. I remember my aunt just came and picked me up from practice one day with some weed in my bag that I fake trying to sell and shit. And they like was on me like, this what you think, this what you doing, this how you trying to play this.
Right, yeah.
You feel me?
Word.
This what you want to do? What if something happens to you and all of this basketball shit goes away, bro? Like,
Nah, word. Speak to that, cause these kids,
Bro, we
kids
need
that
it.
need to know. Now me, we was outside, and we that's how we had to pull back, cause we like, yo, bro, we got tired out here doing things that we definitely know none of us should be doing,
Yeah.
but definitely not him, cause we don't. Now me, we coming from the town, we seen situations play out where it was dudes that got it. You got everything. You possess everything. You can make it far. But sometimes it be your environment that pull you down
yeah.
and fuck it up for you.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to do that. Like, we didn't want to do that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I definitely want to speak to that a little bit more because I see it now. I see kids with the talent to do other things get easily distracted by their environment or what they think is cool, bro. And the only thing is cool, bro, especially where we come from, is not being there forever.
Yeah.
That's what's cool. Making sure your mom and your people are not in those situations forever. Your kids don't grow up the same way you grew up.
Bro.
That's the cool shit. Those the cool niggas to me, bro. Like, when I was 14 or 15, that wasn't cool to me.
nah,
I ain't give a fuck about that. I gave a fuck about looking cool
looking cool.
and what I thought was looking cool. Whether it be how I dressed, whether it be how I talked,
So,
whether it be what I was doing.
yeah.
It was because I wanted to be seen a certain way by people who
Really don't care.
who
for
really don't
real.
care, but who I was influenced by, right?
Yeah.
So they probably don't give a fuck about. They don't give a fuck about the fact they're influencing me, or even maybe they don't even know.
No, they don't.
But I see it and I'm influenced, so this is what I want to do, right? And it's specifically environment, bro. And that's the shit that really fucked a lot of us up. Me and Heck had this conversation a little bit when we was working at Shabazz about environment, bro, and lack of information, and people who come from my environment with so much talent and so much like
ability
to do great things, but either stuck in the mind frame I can't get out of the environment, or they lack the information to get out of this environment. I read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, bro. Great book. Anybody that don't read it should go get that shit. But it's fucking basically saying how the rich dad and the poor dad, how your kid is gonna be way more prepared for life because the information you're sharing with him compared to the poor dad.
Yeah,
the poor dad is sharing information on how to survive, when the rich dad is showing and giving information on how to take that shit to the next level. Not only survive, like, yeah, I can show you how to fill out an application or do a resume for such and such. Or I can show you how to go make money and invest this shit so you don't gotta work ever again.
Yeah.
And that's the shit. It's the lack of information that we lack, bro. And
that's what's up.
And our environments, bro, that's all it is. There's so many talented people, and we get distracted by the environment. We want to be cool and look cool. Or we just lack information, bro. And I want to be that bridge. And I'm gaining a bunch of information still because I'm transitioning.
We still young. You know what I mean? We still got a lot to learn. Don't ever think, I mean, you know everything. You still learning. We still growing. Now, I mean, it don't matter. You could be 100 years old and learn something new.
Learn every
you know
day,
what I'm saying? Like,
day.
So it's good to learn.
Also ain't get this old not knowing shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's great to be able to pass that shit on, and hopefully somebody receive it, and it could either take them a certain way or change something that they was thinking. And that's really what it's about for me right now, bro.
Word. That's what you speaking on is status value. This is the whole platform that I'm trying to bring, is giving the information to people that don't really have access to it or don't even know, because the environment probably don't teach it.
Yeah.
And it ain't cool to teach or to learn.
Yeah.
But it's something that's beneficial and it's gonna help. Like just the information. Know what I mean? Definitely, like you said, pick up a book. Read. Don't fail because you scared to get the information or you think it's not cool.
Bro. Definitely not.
Like, know what I'm saying? Like, just like he was saying, like, in our environment, it's cool to not try hard.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, but that's true. Like, you just want to look cool. I don't want to look like I'm really trying hard. Why? Because you scared of failure.
Yeah.
So
it's
you
not
want
cool to fail.
Exactly.
So now if I try and I fail, it's like, damn, niggas gonna be talking about me, you clown, you this, that. Nah, fuck that. I will fail 1,000,000 times. I fell 1,000,000 times.
Word.
Again, excuse me, basketball analogies. Nigga, you know how many jump shots I missed? But when the game on the line, I'ma shoot it. You know why? Because of all the ones I missed. I know that I know, because if I missed this many, I made this many. I'm shooting it.
Yeah, that's a Benji.
You feel me? That's what it is, bro. I'm failing 100,000,000 times, bro, because it's not like.
And you learn in that process too.
That's every failure gotta be a lesson, bro. That's when it get wacky, when motherfuckers try, fail, but the failures keep coming and shit that you did the last time. Like, if you failing doing something different, cool. If you failing doing making the same mistakes over, not saying that you can't try doing the same thing and fail, but if you're making the same mistakes while you're trying to reach the same goal, that's when it gets wacky. You got to change yourself, right? Like, you know, making this. What's the definition of the shit? It's like doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. That's delusion. That's crazy.
Suicide.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like, that's the definition of crazy. It's doing the same thing over and over and looking for a different result, bro. We see that shit every day, bro.
Exactly.
We see crazy niggas every day, bro. By definition. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas sit around doing the same shit and think something's gonna fall out the sky and change the situation.
Or just, like, I just feel like to these kids that's in the cities, man, I know, like, it's hard. You know what I mean? It's hard. Your environment it suffocates you. It's everything you want to be. Because once you walk out your door and your moms or your pops ain't with you, it's like, damn, like, I don't want to walk over here and get laughed at, or I don't want to go over here and like be bullied, or I don't want to look a certain way to these people. That's, I mean, really, at the end of the day, man, like I just pray they make it out of there. I pray you make it out of there. You get your focus up. You stay dedicated to what you really want to do in life.
Trick you, bro. Don't let these streets. Don't let the streets, bro. Don't let the internet. Don't let social media. Don't let outside influences trick you out of thinking you behind or that you got to be a certain way, man. It's a million different ways to be cool outside of doing things that can put your life in jeopardy, basically. And I know that it's tough because there's a lot of those opportunities that may seem worthwhile or may seem
be right there.
You feel me?
So
may
it's
seem
like
quick, may seem like
way.
easy. But bro, man, I'm telling you from a person who, seen the world, not just my city or my state. I've seen the world, bro. It's so much more out there than your block, bro. Your block, your hood. Whatever it is, bro, it's so much more out there, bro. And for anybody chasing your dream, for all the ones that's on the right path chasing your dream, keep doing that shit. Keep doing it. Don't let nothing ever stop you, bro. Don't ever let nothing stop you, because realistically, once you set a goal, it's only really you that can stop that shit. Circumstances happen, things happen, life happens, but if you locked in, bro, you can't really let shit stop you, bro. That's really what it comes down to, man. I see what y'all got going on, bro, and I see how hard y'all been trying and doing y'all thing. I seen every elevation that y'all made, from being bros to being dads to, clothing lines to rapping to putting shit together, producing, having your own shit, bro. And that's commendable, bro. That's commendable, bro. Like I said, like, we sit here and a lot of this is about me, but I'm telling my story to y'all and y'all shit. You feel me? This is y'all shit that y'all put together. You feel me? Y'all doing y'all thing. Heck, been coming through for me all week. So, like, all of this shit, bro, it's a million different ways, and we live in a different time now. Like, you can get money doing everything other than the wrong shit. So it's like, if you doing that, you really just deciding to not try. You feel me? To just cool. Not try. Yeah. And that's the shit that I'm trying to not change, right? Because I'm not no counselor.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get these kids who love basketball to be better basketball players. But in every training session, and Heck could tell you he was there, it's training. It's really breaking shit down to them, and his life lessons and everything. You can't do that on the street, bro. If somebody telling you what to do, you're not listening. On the street, you going to gym. It's life lessons in everything I'm telling these kids, because I know that it ain't just ball, bro. That helps. That helps.
It's gonna help. It's
but
gonna help.
Real life comes after that, before that, during that. You still gotta live and be a person, bro, and
just be a stand-up individual, a respectable individual in person. You know what I'm saying? Just that alone. Not just by your peers or somebody you feel like, oh, you know what I mean? I'm respected in this aspect, but I slack in this aspect of really being a man. Like, at the end of the day, just try and be the best man you can be, or the best woman you can be. You know what I mean? That's it. That's what I mean. Nobody can ask any more of you. You know what I mean? That's
it. Politically correct on these things. The best person. You gotta be the best person.
Yeah.
You can't be specific these days.
Oh,
Keep it on.
You
know how that goes.
Right.
So you
just be the best person you
right.
can be. You know what I mean? And just elevate everything. You know what I mean? Elevate your life, the people around you. You know what I mean? In our community, I feel like we need to have these conversations more. I feel like we need to teach these young kids that's coming up just how to get it, but not just like going outside and standing on the corner or trying to not finesse somebody out of their money that they might have worked hard for. You know what I mean? It's I mean, no knock to y'all. You know what I mean? Do what y'all do. I was young once. I ain't gonna knock y'all, but it's time to elevate. You know what I mean? Our mind and how we think, man.
Yeah,
it's
moving,
trillions
bro.
out here. You know what I mean? $1 trillion businesses out here.
That shit moving. So, like, shit just getting more expensive. Time feel like it's speeding up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, if no time then ever it's time to like really focus in and just see that it's so much more out there, bro. And I'm really pushing that with all of the kids that I train. I'm pushing that with my own kids. I'm pushing that with my family, bro, because you know we grew up in an environment. So even people older than us, they don't got the information, or they just stuck and what they know.
Don't got it, cause they ain't.
You feel me?
But the difference is, it wasn't cause they couldn't obtain the information.
That's the shit,
You know
right?
what I'm saying? They wasn't allowed. A lot of them wasn't allowed to obtain that information.
Yeah, it wasn't as easy to access either. Yeah. That's another thing. Like, nigga, we can go on our phone and know anything about anything. Exactly. Literally, you can Google or ask Siri anything, and she gonna tell you that shit. So it's like information is at our fingertips. So if you lacking it or deciding not to get it,
it's on you.
Yeah, you just not trying.
You feel me? And that's what I'm trying to teach to you. Y'all niggas on YouTube hours a day. What are y'all doing on there? Y'all reading books at all? Y'all just playing on the tube? Y'all just doing games, and that's cool. But you know, it's certain kids that's I see now 12, 13 years old that's locked in, bro. Like even you don't got to be reading a book, but if you like basketball and you on YouTube playing shooting games all day, if you on listen to Kobe talk. Go watch some highlights of somebody. Go work on them. Go see a move that you want to try and go practice that shit. Like at least make what you doing work for you. You feel me? A lot of us just get stuck. Get stuck,
man.
And I personally don't want the youth to do that, man, at all, man. Me just me being one of the ones that got to see a lot more, I know that there's so much more out there for them, bro. And I love the fact that you're doing this, bro, because they need to hear this. And anybody that tap in and listen, definitely gonna get something from this shit, bro. There's no way that they can't, bro.
Word. But we want definitely shout you out and like we appreciate you coming, showing love, and joining us today for the second episode.
Glad I can do it, man.
You're always welcome to come use the platform for anything you got going on, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We gonna definitely chop it up and talk, but just let the people know where they could reach you.
Yeah.
Contact you if they want to get training, whatever.
Hell yeah. We got a summer camp coming up in Jersey, probably in July, around July 4th weekend. We're gonna try to do some more for the kids. And also gonna have a tournament in Hoboken coming up too. Mikey did one last year. We're gonna try to involve the kids this year, so working on the city approval for stuff like that. But my Instagram, I got 2 Instagrams. My basketball Instagram is _Taylor, TAYLOR, made. Was it Taylor Made Hoops? Taylor Made Hoops, TAY _TAYLOR MADEHOOPS _ Taylor Made Hoops, and then at TEE_Y. Those are my 2 Instagrams. My website will be up very soon. Just talk to the guys about that. I got that coming where I'll be able to get on there and do some graphic stuff and set that up nice for the people to be able to really stay in tune with everything I got going on coming up. Because right now I'm in Kansas, but this is home. Florida's the second home. I got kids in Kansas, so I'm definitely going to be on the move. So the website is going to be the best place to be able to keep up with where I'm having a camp, when I'm having it.
Where you got
so, I might be in a city near you. You never know. Globetrotter, baby.
Word. That's a big word. Know what I mean? But yeah, man. So that was the second episode. Status value.
If you're not in tune, get in fucking tune, man. My boy's doing something, man. Straight from Hoboken, New Jersey. Quarter square mile. It ain't much shit going on, but when there's something going on, it's coming from a thorough, real place, bro. Because all we got is thorough realness, right? Like that's it. It ain't much going on in the city, and the city definitely changing up, but it's still core values, bro. It's still a foundation there, and this is where it's at, bro.
Word. Man, appreciate you all the time, my guy.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all stay linked, all right? Peace.